What's up, guys? So in this video, we're going to be talking about the 2021 WeThePeople Battleship. This is a killer bike, crazy good quality, and I'm in love with one of the colorways. It looks kind of like a cop car. It's got red tire, blue tire, chrome, super solid bike. It's got a lifetime guarantee on a couple of parts, and let's talk about it. The Dougsterbob mission. Growing BMX by making it fun and easy to understand. For some of us, it's an escape. For others, it's a passion. But for all of us, it's a lifestyle. You're gonna love this sport. I'm glad you're letting me teach you everything that I know about it. All right, so the 2021 WeThePeople Battleship. First, let's read about what WeThePeople says about the bike. WeThePeople says, Battleship is a name synonymous with new school street riding and ultimate strength and durability, taking one of the most popular technical street frames on the market and adding a full aftermarket pro parts package. The Battleship is a great street bike is the greatest street bike ever made. Now featuring the brand new 15mm offset Battleship forks and a full E-Claw WeThePeople parts package, this is a bike which any of our team could ride straight out of the box with zero compromise. A full custom bike in every sense of the word, the Battleship carries a full lifetime guarantee on the frame and fork, giving you full confidence that you're riding a bike designed to ride at the highest level possible. All right. So basically, everything they said there is that this is the best bike ever made, really good, and for the most part, it's pretty accurate. This bike is very strong. It's got really good quality parts, and yeah, it's crazy that they include a guarantee on the frame and the fork. I'll talk about that a little bit later. But overall, that's a good description of a very good bike. So the problem here is that it costs a lot of money. It costs $1,099, almost $1,100. So this is a little bit cheaper than the Envy and a lot more expensive than some of their other bikes. It comes in two different colors. It comes in a glossy raw and an abyss blue. I like both of these colors, but I really like the glossy raw. I think ultimately that one looks a lot better. So let's talk about the specs on the Battleship. It's got full 4130 chromoly frame, forks, and bars. The rims are double wall. It comes with a free coaster helix hub. It's got 2 pegs and 2 hub guards. No, 2 pegs and 4 hub guards. It's very street orientated, and everything on here is E-Claw. Now I see a Salt chain. Salt is just a lower version, like a lower quality version of E-Claw. And a Salt brake lever. But really everything on here is E-Claw. It's such good quality. It's fully aftermarket. You could buy these parts separately, even if you don't have this bike, and you could put them on. And that just means that it's super high quality. I don't see anything here that really stands out aside from the free coaster and the small amount of Salt parts. Everything else is super good. The Battleship weighs 27.94 pounds, so it's not super light. The pegs and the hub guards definitely add to that. Free coasters weigh a little bit more. There's a couple of reasons why it would be a little heavier, but they all come around high quality and a lot of strength. So usually if you get something really light, it's not very strong. And if you get something very heavy, it's pretty strong. So that's how that kind of works. And that's why it's so heavy. Hold up. If you've watched this far, you probably enjoy what I'm talking about and have realized that I know a little bit about bikes. So if you're looking for a bike and you want this to be a lot easier than scouring the internet for hundreds of different reviews and looking at different specs, you can get a free BMX bike recommendation from me. All you have to do is click the link in the description, fill out a form, and then I will send you back a PDF that has 3 bikes that are perfect for you. It's going to take out a lot of the guesswork and it's going to make your life a lot easier while you're shopping for a bike. So make sure that you do that and save yourself some time. Let's get back into the video. Now, real quick, let's run through the geometry. This has a 20.75 inch top tube, Check out the size guide, see if that's the right size for you, because it does vary based on your style of riding and your size. So double check that. It's got a 13-inch chainstay. 13 inches is very general. So what that means is that, it's not really responsive. It's not really snappy, but it's also not really controlled and really flowy. It's kind of right in the middle, and it balances those two aspects perfectly. Now the head tube angle is 75.5 degrees. This is a little bit steeper than normal. Most head tube angles are about 75 degrees. So the 0.5 degrees brings your front wheel a little bit closer. It shortens your wheelbase, and it makes the bike a lot more snappy when you're steering it from the front end. It's also going to make nose manuals pop up a lot easier. The standover height is 9 inches, which is, I'd say that's about average. Anything under 9 gets a little more responsive. It makes bar spins a little harder, but makes tail whips easier. Anything above 9 makes bar spins easier because you can pinch the seat, but tail whips harder because that seat gets in the way. All right, so now let's run through how the Battleship scored in street, park, dirt, quality, looks, and the overall Dougsterbob score. In street, the Battleship scored a 37 out of 40. This is almost a 100%. There's only a few bikes on here that have scored 100% in the street section, and the Battleship was very close to doing it, but not quite. So the reason that it scored this high is, well, it has a free coaster, it has pegs, it has hub guards. Those are your most important street aspects, and it has all of those. The only thing is it doesn't have 4 pegs and 4 hub guards, so it could do a little bit better had it come with those pegs and hub guards. Now, the park section is kind of interesting because it only got a 13 out of 30, so a little under 50%. This is one, it's because the geometry is not super responsive. Like I said earlier, it's very balanced. It's kind of right in the middle, and it has holes for a gyro, but it does not come with a gyro. So you can put a gyro on there if you want, but it doesn't come with it. Dirt section, it scored very, very, very bad. It got a 5 out of 30. The reason it scored so bad is that the geometry isn't specific for dirt. Dirt riders usually want a more mellow geometry. The tires are not very good for dirt. They're very street focused. And the gearing with a free coaster is awful. I don't recommend riding trails with a free coaster because you need, sometimes you need to pedal to get your speed to clear the next jump. If you case the jump prior, you lose a lot of speed. You might need to pedal to clear it. With a free coaster, that pedal doesn't do anything for you. That pedal takes about halfway to engage, and then once it's engaged, you're good. But in between the dirt jumps, you only have a certain amount of time, and it's a very time-sensitive matter. You need to pedal and get that speed right away. So a free coaster does limit your ability to do that. Quality section, it got a full 100%, scored very high in the quality section. And this is because, well, it's aftermarket quality. It's full chromoly, but the aftermarket chromoly adds a step up in craftsmanship and just overall quality. Double wall rims, and it's got the guarantee. So it's got everything that you need to have a fully trusted bike. You don't want to get a bike that might break, might not work. You want to get a bike that's fully trusted. Now, $1,100 is a lot. And at the end, I'll talk about whether it's worth it or not. But for now, the style score is a 25 out of 30. It's fully customizable. It only has 2 color options, which is better than some. And then it just looks very nice. Overall, it's a very visually appealing bike. It looks clean, and it's built very well. Now, the potential issue that I see with the Battleship is the same as the one that I see with the Envy. I see you spending $1,100 on a bike and then not riding any longer. That's so sad to me, but that's the only issue. Other than that, the bike is very strong. You're not going to have your pedal falling off, your bars breaking. It's very strong, but you don't want to spend $1,100 on something that you're only going to ride for a little while. You want to get something that's going to last for the amount of time that you plan to ride. Okay, so keep that in mind, double check that. Now, who is this bike for? Well, like I mentioned, one, you got to have a lot of money. You need to be able to afford this $1,100 bike. And for older riders who are coming back into the sport, this is very feasible. And this is a very good choice for you guys because one, the quality is built to last. You have the money, you don't want to buy a bike and worry about changing out your chain, changing out this, blah, blah, blah. You want a bike, you want to be able to get on it, ride, and not worry about all the other nonsense. So that's basically who it's for. It's also for a mid-level rider who rides technical street and wants a bike that's going to help them progress to a higher level. You want to get on your bike, you want to ride, you want to be technical, you want a responsive feeling bike. This is for you. If you're just a beginner and you don't plan to ride forever, this bike is way too much and I would not recommend spending your money on it. All right, so the last question is, would I recommend this bike? And the answer is yes. If you match the description that I mentioned before, I would hands down recommend this bike because the quality is just so amazing. It's built very well, it's good for specific street riding, and you're not going to have very many issues with it. So, all right, guys, if you enjoyed me talking about the WeThePeople Battleship, hit the like button, leave a comment on which bike I should review next. Hope I see you in the lives. Hope you subscribe, all that nonsense, guys. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this review, and hope you stick around and become a part of the Dougsterbob community. Peace.